Did you know that over 80% of millionaires are self-made, and the number one factor in their success isn't luck or inheritance? It's mindset. The way you think about money determines whether you attract or repel wealth. But here's the real secret. The Bible has been teaching these wealth principles for thousands of years. And today I'm going to break down 5 powerful Bible verses that completely transformed my mindset, skyrocketed my income, and helped me move from struggle to overflow. So stay locked in, because every one of these verses will truly help your wealth explode. Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 18, the power to get wealth. But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore to your fathers. This verse changed my entire perspective and also my entire life. God is the source of wealth, not your economy, not your job, not your background. God alone gives you the power to create wealth. But the kicker is you have to be plugged in to the source through prayer, through spending time with God. And by spending time with God, you unlock the abundance from his spirit into your very being through meditating on his love, because love is abundance. When you operate in love, everything just flows. So remember, God supplies the power, but you must take the action. So meditate on God and let that power bubble up from the inside of your spirit and watch it begin to manifest all around you. And when I first started out as an entrepreneur, I didn't understand this. I was stuck in an employee mindset. I didn't know how to tap into God. And the Bible also says that the Spirit of God quickens our mortal bodies. Until years later, when I had an aha moment and God began to speak to me. And I used to wait for opportunities to come to me. But then I started venturing out in faith, and I started to shovel snow one day. And one day I knocked on doors. And the first house, no one was home. The second house, the person said no. I was discouraged, thinking, maybe this isn't for me. But then I prayed, and a small, still voice said, go to the next house. And as I traipsed through the knee-deep snow, I knocked on the next door, and an elderly lady opened the door. She was overjoyed to see me. She told me she had just been wondering how she was going to shovel the snow because her usual guy wasn't around this year. Not only did she hire me, but she gave me a scripture and a hot cup of cocoa. And we chatted and laughed and talked about the Lord. That moment, God taught me, he provides the power, but you have to step out in faith and act, even if you don't see results right away. So let's go on to the next scripture, Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, the power of good report. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Now, this scripture completely changed my life because it taught me to only focus on good report, no matter what happens in my business. Meaning that I'm only going to think about the desirable result. So the winds can blow, the storms can come. No matter what the storms say or what the circumstances say, I'm only focusing on what God promised me. And what you focus on grows. So if you're always thinking about problems, lack, and struggle, that's exactly what you'll experience. But if you focus on possibilities, solutions, and abundance, your mind shifts and you start seeing wealth, opportunities everywhere. Successful entrepreneurs think in opportunities, not obstacles. You must rewire your thinking by constantly meditating on God's promises and abundance, not fear and scarcity. Our third scripture, Galatians 6 and 7, the law of sowing and reaping. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. This is one of the greatest wealth principles in the Bible. If you're not getting the financial results you want, ask yourself, what have you been sowing? Sowing is not just about money, but it's about your time, your energy, your mindset. If you spend days consuming negative content, wasting time, and doubting yourself, what kind of harvest can you expect? But if you sow effort, wisdom, and strategic action, your harvest will come. And once you understand all this, you'll understand that God is for you. When you go about your day, he is for you, not against you. And you'll begin to look for even more opportunities. And when you begin to sow in faith with gratefulness, this will release the law of sowing and reaping into your life. Now, our fourth scripture, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24, the hand of the diligent shall rule. The hand of the diligent shall rule, but the lazy will be put to forced labor. So hard work and consistent action separate the wealthy from the struggling. The lazy person waits for money to come. The diligent person works on their goals daily, refuses to quit, and keeps planting seeds until the harvest comes. That means day in and day out, no matter what it looks like, you're on the grind. Think about it. Every successful entrepreneur, every great leader, every millionaire you admire, they all mastered diligence. They They didn't wait for the right moment. They created the right moment. So ask yourself, are you being diligent with your business, with your learning, with your execution? The Bible makes it clear. Diligence leads to rulership. And our fifth and final scripture, Matthew chapter 17, verse 20, anything is possible. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. So faith is the fuel for wealth. Without it, you'll always operate in fear, hesitation, and doubt. But when you move with faith, knowing that God is with you, you take massive action and opportunities open up that others can't see. And most people stay broke because they operate in fear of failure, fear of what people think, fear of stepping out. But faith obliterates fear. Faith lets you take risks, make bold decisions, and trust that God will provide as you move forward. So tying everything together that we went over, number one, stay connected to God. He is your source for wealth. Stay plugged in. Number two, fix your mindset. Focus on abundance and not scarcity. Only desirable results. Philippians 4:8. Number three, sow strategically, give, invest, and work diligently. Number four, be diligent. Take massive action daily. Proverbs 12:24. And number five, walk by faith. Move even when you don't see the whole path. Matthew 17:20. And that's it for this video. If this video has somehow changed your life, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share with somebody who might need it. And I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you soon.